Hello, thank you for clicking on my video today. I'm Bella and I love Jesus. So if you love Jesus too, you should definitely subscribe. But yeah, I'm going to mainly be reading Reddit stories on this channel, Reddit stories of testimonies of people who turned to Christ. But I also want to do Christian ASMR and other types of Christian content in general. So if that interests you, then definitely subscribe. So, the title of this Reddit story is called My Testimony from age 16 to age 32. And I didn't read it in advance. Let's get started. Um, at age 16, I was confirmed in the Catholic Church. At age 17, I smoked weed for the first time and started exploring the world beyond the confines of my Catholic upbringing. I still went to church with my family every Sunday, but I secretly started to live a life of rebellion. At age 18, I graduated from high school with a 4.3 GPA and a half tuition scholarship to attend a top university. I moved out of my parents' home, lived on campus, and joined a fraternity. I completely stopped going to church and dove headfirst into all of the new and exciting experiences college had to offer. Some good and some not so good. I felt free to finally do as I pleased, to fully indulge in the pleasures of this world. Work hard, party hard was my motto. At age 19, I began experimenting with psychedelics and other ways to expand my mind and seek personal growth. I became captivated, read obsessed, with self help and studying various secular philosophies and alternative spiritual practices that promised empowerment and enlightenment. I was hungry for power, success, and significance. I wanted to experience the fullness of life, and my greatest fear. Sorry, I'm just laughing because my cat. And my greatest fear was to live an ordinary life. At age 20, I launched a personal development blog where I shared all of the best ideas and insights I was learning about how to live optimally based upon the personal experiments I was running in my own life. I garnered 1 million plus views across my online writings within a few years and got featured in publications like Lifehacker and Business Insider. This early taste of success only further fueled my pride and desire for significance. At age 22, I graduated with a degree in systems engineering and started working at a global technology consulting firm. Shortly after, I quit my job to pursue my passion for personal growth, launching an international life coaching business that allowed me to live and travel as a digital nomad for the next 6 years. I was craving adventure and addicted to the thrill of exotic experiences. At age 24, I joined a human potential organization that seemed promising but eventually left me disillusioned, heartbroken, and even more misled than before. At age 25, I moved to Bali in search of clarity and healing, but instead I faced trials that revealed how lost I had become. From profound spiritual moments to facing life threatening challenges, I hit rock bottom and had to return home out of money and out of hope. I felt deeply humiliated and humbled. This was my first significant public failure and my first coming back to God moment. At age 26, I'm just doing that because he put it in quotes. Um, at age 26, I delved deeper into alternative New Age spiritual practices and psychedelic ceremonies that promised to connect me with divine. I thought I had found ultimate truth, but my inflated pride blinded me from seeing the deeper healing I needed. At age 28, I moved to Oregon, Oregon, and entered a highly dysfunctional relationship that tested me in ways I had never expected. It was a year of immense emotional and psychological turmoil, but it also brought me to a breaking point where I finally realized I couldn't fix everything on my own. When I was drowning in darkness, there was only one person who could save me, and it wasn't myself. For the first time in over a decade, I cried out to Jesus, fully surrendering my struggles to him and begging him to show me the way forward. Oh, I love that. At age 29, I renounced the misguided paths I had followed, repented of all of my past sins, and fully gave my life to Jesus Christ. God poured his divine mercy into my brokenness, and after a short stint of exploring various Protestant, non denominational Christian churches, I returned home to the Catholic Church, embracing its traditions, authority, and beauty with a new heart. Over the next year, I experienced more healing, peace, and rest than I had in the previous 10 years. That's what Jesus does. He gives you peace. Oh, I just wish more people knew, like, if everybody just truly understood the love and peace that you get from accepting Jesus in your life. Like, I don't understand why not everybody is choosing to follow that path, but anyways, I do understand, but anyways, I just wish everybody would. At age 30, I entered what I thought was the perfect relationship. It felt like the complete opposite of the previous one, and we got engaged. When it abruptly and unexpectedly ended, I learned to forgive and trust God's plan even in the midst of betrayal and heartbreak. Then, 6 months later, I faced the biggest financial crisis of my life to date. Thanks to be Thanks be to God, through prayer, perseverance, and a good support system around me, I managed to work through this crisis too, coming out stronger and more faithful than ever before. I feel like I'm kind of at that point right now where I feel like I'm going through a lot of like financial difficulties, and everything is like changing, and I feel like I'm at a point where I just need to lean on God and just have faith. So, but I know everything will be okay. Now, as I approach 32, I'm humbled by all that God has brought me through and the second chance at life I've been given. I'm currently working part-time as a barista at a local coffee shop, learning to appreciate the simplicity of life and growing in gratitude for all that I've experienced while I work towards making my next career pivot. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but I don't believe this is the end of my story just yet. My heart is full of hope for the future, trusting that God's grace, mercy, and love will continue to guide me wherever He calls me next. I pray that my testimony and the rest of my life be an ever-growing witness to the goodness of God, that He may use my story for His glory, and ultimately that He may use me to continue to bring lost, searching souls back to Himself. If you're reading this and you happen to be at the end of your rope, like I once was, do not be afraid. You're always blessed. You're actually blessed when you're at the end of your rope. Why? Because it means there will be less of you and more of God. That is so true. That is so beautiful. Just keep going, and one day you might just look back and realize that the worst day of your life was actually the best day of your life, because what the devil meant for evil, God will use for good. And then he puts three oh my gosh, he puts three verses. All things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. Romans 8 verse 28. If a shepherd has 100 sheep and one of them has gone astray, does he not leave the 99 on the mountains and go in search of the one that went astray? And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that never went astray. Matthew 18 verses 12 to 14. All go to one place, all are from dust, and to dust all return. Ecclesiastes, I never know how to say that. 3 verse 20. Cute! Amen! That's beautiful. I just love reading stories of people coming to God, and I hope that you like listening to it too, because it's really motivating, it's beautiful, and in these dark days, it's nice to have some positive attitude and to hear positive stories. But yeah, anyways, I know this video might be short. I don't even know how long this video is, but I need to get a new SD card because this one doesn't hold too much storage, so I can never do long videos. But yeah, anyways, I hope you did enjoy this one, and I will see you soon. Bye!